Yo, it's your boy Rush in the building, promoting my side hustle, Rush Enterprise. If you're in the state of New Jersey, need armed guards or unarmed guards, just give me a call on my business line, or you can hit me up on the Instagram. You're, Today I got a special guest. He go by the name of Rob from Crossinginds podcast. Man, it's a pleasure to have you today, brother.
Appreciate you for having me, bro.
No doubt, man. Introduce yourself to the people and let them know what you're about.
I'm Big Rob from the Crossing Minds podcast. I've been podcasting for the better part of since right before COVID. I want to say we launched in November before COVID, so right when it started. It's been me and my fiance doing it. I know that some of the takes sound crazy, so people are like, there's no way he's doing it with his girl or whatever the situation is. But yeah, that's me and my fiance doing it. We have a great time doing it. We have a nice game plan going for certain things. I mean, it's been a joy for the last 4 years, and we've noticed a significant amount of growth in the better part of the last 2 years. So we've been kind of riding that wave, and I think that's how I ended up here with you.
Word out. I'm definitely a fan of your podcast, man. You guys got nice comedic style type podcasting. You and your fiance and your mans that always be saying this catchphrase, well, the third dude that be with y'all,
Yeah,
like y'all got good
that guy
chemistry
him.
together.
That guy him, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
So yeah, man. So yo, where you guys are based at? Like
So I can tell you where we're from first, and I'll tell you where we're based at. I'm from New York originally. I'm from Jamaica, Queens. Wifey's been from New Jersey her whole life, and so is that guy him. But we're based out of Trenton, New Jersey. Like we record, we do everything out of Trenton, New Jersey. So I guess we're local to some people, but we do all our recordings at that guy him. It's his studio. It's called Sound Floor Elevation Studios. We record out of there. And we've been there we've been rocking with him pretty much since the beginning.
I kind of figured y'all was from Jersey. I just didn't want to assume because, I be hearing people saying you're, I mean? That's like a Jersey thing, I mean?
Yeah, that's like
I'm in
Jersey,
too,
New York.
so.
You in Jersey? Say that.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I'm in Jersey too, so word out, man. My first question would be for you, man. You guys got a great chemistry within the podcast or whatever. Who came up with the name for the podcast, Cross Your Mind Podcast, and what does it stand for?
The name originally, the whole concept of the podcast was Wifey's idea. I wasn't even with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't want nothing to do with it, only because I knew it's not even on some arrogant or some cocky stuff. I know if I touch something and I'm really focusing it, like it can go places. So I didn't really necessarily want the attention from a podcast because of how I saw how I pretty much saw a podcast blowing up. But she sat down with me. She said she wanted to do it. And then we just got to brainstorming a name. And she was, I don't know, like she was throwing names out. I was throwing names out. And then we landed on like the Crossing Minds podcast, like where we take two opposing thought processes and cross them, where they meet in the middle somewhere. And that's where the whole concept came from. Like, and it was pretty much, she led the way for most of that. She honestly led the way for most of that. But the final decision in the name was like, it was a us thing, but she led, like she was very eager, very excited. So I just I fed off of that. And then we came up with the name.
Yeah, watching y'all, like I could see why people won't assume that you guys are together because the way y'all dialogue is like, it's like I wouldn't assume you guys were together. But as you watch further on, like each episode, you could be like, yeah, that's his girl, yeah, you know what I mean? Now, I noticed that you have the Haitian flag on your Instagram joint. Like,
yes,
are you a Zoe? And
I'm
if
big
so,
Zoe,
like,
baby. Big
Okay,
Zo.
okay. I'm a Zoe too. Y'all be
Oh,
salute, man.
shout, all right, shout to the
That's how
Zoes, you
I
feel
said,
me?
man.
That's what I say, my brother.
Word
We
up,
taking
word
over
up,
low
man.
key. We taking over low key, bro. Low key, we everywhere, bro. I ain't gonna
Yeah, we
hold you.
everywhere, man. Word is born, man. Yeah, man. Word up. So,
Yeah.
what's your favorite Haitian dish to eat, man?
Oh, Miss Me. Listen, bro. You got me in my bag right now. Listen, I could eat some GI sauce spot any day of the week, some griots fire, but bro, let me do your phone bel bon an peze pour moi, you feel me? Like on bon an peze with some viande, bro, I'll be good to go, bro. I don't need nothing else. I don't need nothing else with that.
Word up. But Bon Pez is everybody's go-to, man. But my
That is.
favorite is G.I. Legume. Nah, man.
I'm
That's
not
my
I'm
joint
not
right
mad
there.
at that. I ain't mad
D.
at that,
Woods.
yo.
Word up, word up.
G Woods, I like you. See, the
Yeah.
Haitians is taking over. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, we everywhere, man. Word is born, man. You know what I mean? Now, I know your fiance's Puerto Rican, so
Yeah.
between both sides of the family, like, is there like a culture clash amongst y'all, or y'all all y'all get along?
Funny enough, that's a topic I know we wanted to tackle when it came to the pod too. There's not much difference in what we do. Like the funny thing is, both my parents speak Spanish. So it was never really it's not really a culture shock. They eat rice and beans, we eat ziti and sauce bar. You feel me? Like it's pretty much the same thing. The way they fry their foods or the way they cook their foods is the same thing I kind of grew up on. Maybe not the specific spices or things like that, things of that nature. There's a little bit of difference there, but honestly, the foods is the same. It wasn't really much of an adjustment, and I think that's basically because we're both Caribbean. So outside of the specific flags that we bear, she's Caribbean and so am I. So a lot of the things we grew up are like a lot of the basic morals that Caribbean folks have is what we grew up on. So we didn't find it difficult to like be together. Our families got along great. And again, I think it just made it easier that my parents spoke Spanish. So no issue at all, honestly.
Word up. Now, with your parents, like, how they end up learning Spanish? Like, did they live like in the Spanish speaking country?
Funny enough, my mom, I think she always knew how to speak Spanish. I just didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. So, but when I got older, I realized she was communicating well with Spanish people, and I was like, "Wait, how the hell?" Like, I was lost. And then she was like, "Oh, I've always known how to speak Spanish." I was like, "Yo, I never knew that." My dad, probably more recently, he my dad, he lives in DR. He vacations in Dominican Republic a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, um, he ended up picking up the language pretty much over the course of a couple of years. So he knows how to speak Spanish pretty well.
Word up. I know you had a recent trip in DR, know what I mean? And you mentioned about um like the passport bro movement is a fallacy, man.
Yeah,
Talk
bro,
to
it's
me,
not
man.
real, bro. It's
What they
not real,
capping
bro.
about, man? Talk to me, man.
Bro, all right. So I've never been out there before this time, right? So in my mind, the way the passport bros sell it is like you go out there and you're swimming in it. And you're swimming in it to the point where you kind of have to like it just the way they like there's a wife out there for you and there's like you can do this and you can do that. And when I went out there, what I noticed was the women that are out there are only really doing that because they have to, right? They really don't. They have to do it. They don't got it like that. Like I ain't trying to open no cases, but it's just they have to do that. And the transaction of it all, it's truly transactional. And the same women that are out there doing all of that, if you were to bring those same women to the States, you wouldn't get any of that from them. And so that's where to me the fallacy was at. It's like, wait a second, Shorty's only rocking with you at this price point and all this because she's desperate. Like there's like there's a desperation to it. Like they're trying to get a bag. This is how they make a living. Like Shorty's gonna bounce house to house, man to man. Like
Yeah, they call them choppy outdoors, man.
yeah, you
Choppy,
feel me?
man.
Matter of fact, you work in the security business, so you know, like I know, those bars do the choppy shit. So you know what I'm talking. All right, Russ, you know what I'm talking about. So because I work with a lot of them, you feel me? So I'm not foreign to the Dominican culture, but them choppies, they don't. Them choppies are the same thing over there, but over here they don't act like they do over there because they don't have to do that. You get what I'm saying? So when I really looked at it, I took a step back. I looked at it. I was enjoying myself. I was in the pool the whole weekend. You feel me? I was just zoned out. But when I realized it, I'm like, yo, this isn't what they said it was. They was coming like, oh yeah, they love us out there. No, they love money, bro. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what you look. They love money. I don't like the narrative of going to DR or going to Colombia or going to Brazil and then coming back and telling our American black women, oh, there's wives out there, there's this out there. Nah, bro, don't lie. That's a lie. That's the part I think is kind of like a little bit of a fallacy. Like it's not what they're saying it is.
Word out. And yo, get them hip to the game on how it plays sometimes. Sometimes the mother, the dad, the uncle, they all in on it too, man.
Come on, man. Listen,
pockets,
it's a family business, bro. Like they know what's up. Cause what it is, when they come over here, where they stop selling, can I curse here? Like how's that going? I don't want to say, I don't want to be all
no, go ahead,
over
you can curse, man.
All right, like in DR they sell pussy, right? In America they sell time. And what it is, like when the choppies just sit with you and drink with you, but because they don't have to sell their bodies for it, because they can make the same amount, if not more, in one night sitting at the bar drinking with a dude than they would have made over there for an hour of whatever. You feel me? So it's like over here, that's the connection I made. Like, yo, it's not the same. And over there, once you become of age, yes, your parents are like pushing you, like, oh, you're beautiful. Go outside. Go find you an American man. Go make you some money. Like they prey on that. So I didn't like it too much. Like I didn't like the energy. I wasn't feeling it at all.
Word up. But I mean, if you do learn the culture and the language, you can find something decent. But don't go out there like just sole purpose just to get that. Know what I mean? Just enjoy yourself and
that's a fact.
learn a new language and learn the culture out there, man. That mean, like,
yeah, like, like if I end up going out there, yeah, no, don't bring them over here. Stay over there. Stay over there. Get some businesses over there and have them working for you. Outside of that, like I wouldn't bring them here at all.
But I'm noticing that DR, man, they have a lot of great development on their infrastructure, man. A lot of new houses, businesses, and all that. It's kind of like the new wave to go out there to buy some property, man. Know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Doing it now. Know what I mean?
That's a fact. My dad has 2 to 3 properties over there. We spent most of the time we spent was the one in Santo Domingo Este. You feel me? So we were there the whole time. The property's so beautiful. We didn't really leave. Like we didn't have to leave. We only left to go like buy certain things, get some food out once or twice, and then we went to the beach. Other than that, we really didn't have to leave. In regards to buying property out there, I mean, that's the wave. Like I said, if you're going out there, that's why I want the passport bros to stop selling it. Like, go over there and find a wife. Bro, go over there and build a business. Go over there and get shit going. Like, the infrastructure there is there, depending on location, because I drove through some places over there that, I don't know, it made Kensington look good. So, you know what I'm saying? So, and then the crazy thing is, it's not even about, the people are great. All the people, no matter where we were, they all had one thing in common. They looked happy. All of them, no matter where we were, they looked happy. This is what they're used to. Me coming from here, like I wasn't used to it. You feel me? So while I'm looking at it, analyzing it, and really taking like a deep dive in what's going on out there. I'm like, yo, if you go out there and you focus on like, don't focus on the women as much and focus on the business aspect, oh, you'll be successful out there. You'll rake it in.
Word up. Yeah, yeah. I agree with you on that. Have you ever witnessed any social injustice towards the Haitians and Dominicans out there? And if so, give me an
Damn.
example.
I have a direct example for you. So we were we was on it was our last night there, last day there, right? We had to catch a flight at like 9, 10 a.m. But because of the dude that was gonna take us, I didn't really trust him too much. He's a Haitian dude. He was my guy, but he was young. So I didn't trust him because he was young and dumb, not because he was Haitian. He was supposed to take us to the airport. So he pulls up at 5 o'clock in the morning with his girl. Him and his girl, both Haitian. But again, I need y'all to understand the Haitians that are in the Dominican Republic, they speak fluent Spanish. The way I can speak English and then Creole, they speak Creole and then Spanish. And it's kind of mind blowing. I'm not gonna lie. Like they be talking to you like this and they'll throw a pedal in there. Like, or like the way we throw, you know what I'm saying? If you're talking to your brother, he Haitian, we talking, and you throw, oh well, booze that like you'll throw that in there, like it's super quick. And if you don't notice, you're not gonna catch it. But they threw the Spanish in there. So he's driving us and he got his girl with him. And I'm like, this is the stuff I'm talking about. He's annoying with how he operates. So I'm not familiar. Mind you, we didn't really leave the house, but I know the direction we were going wasn't the direction of the airport because he was driving us back to a spot called Las Americas. Las Americas is just picture whatever ghetto you got in your mind, picture that times 100. It's just worse. It looks worse. You can't drive through it. It takes you 10 minutes to drive down the street because of the potholes, the dips, the cracks, just the way the streets are so tight, the people, the animals, like all that. So I felt like he was driving the wrong way, but I don't know nothing. I'm just ready to go. You feel me? So while we driving, I think he panics. Like he sees the police out there, and I think he panics and he's like, yo, there's more of them down there. So he attempts to bust a U-turn in the middle of the highway. They drive crazy out there, so that's not foreign. So when he drives, they stop him. As soon as he busts the U-turn, they stop him. They look in the car, they see he's a lighter skinned Haitian dude, but his girlfriend was dark skinned, as dark as me, if not maybe a shade darker. And me and my boy in the car, we black as night, like we dark. So whether we look American or not, we dark skinned, we're gonna get whatever. So he tried to drive and they upped it on us. Like they upped rifles and shotties on us. And I'm like, now me, I'm not panicking. I'm just looking, I'm like, damn, for what though? Like I didn't understand. I'm like, what the so now I'm getting a first person view of how this shit is going on. They are in the car, so they asking him for papers. They get the window down, they asking him for papers. They ask me and my boy for papers. We hand the passports. First thing you hear out his mouth, Americano. All right, cool. But he doesn't give the passports back. Now that had me vexed. Like I'm ready to I'm vexed in the back seat because I'm like, bro, he got to give those passports back, bro. Like you're not about to play with the passports. But they are in the front going back and forth with the Haitian driver and the Haitian young lady. And it's because they don't have their paperwork together. So they occupied the vehicle. It's a small car, Rush. I'm not going to hold you. It's a small car. I'm squeezed up in the back like this. The police officer sits in the passenger side and forces Shorty to virtually sit on it like his left leg, gun here and everything. And I'm like, yo, what? So they occupy the car. 3 or 4 other police motorcycles pull up. So now we getting escorted to God knows where at this point. Because I'm like, bro, this shit look wild. So they escort us to their police station, which again was close to Las Americas. It didn't take us like 6 minutes to get there, which means to me, homeboy was going the wrong way. He was gonna go drop his girl off. That's his first mistake. Bro, the way they treated those two, I'm not gonna lie. All right. So I'll put it in perspective for you. The way me and you feel when a state trooper or a police officer is riding behind us, that pressure that we feel is what they feel. But I can honestly say, me being out there, I felt safer with those Dominican police officers than I feel out here. I didn't feel like, yo, they weren't looking for me. It wasn't a black or white thing, or it wasn't that. It was, are you legal or are you not? Once they saw the passports, bro, they left us alone. They didn't really talk to us too much. You feel me? They didn't give us orders. They wasn't telling us to stand here, do this, do that. We got out the car on our own volition because I'm not sitting in the car while y'all doing all this ruckus. So they ended up like damn near fighting the girl. They snatched homeboy up. They was ready to book him. By the grace of God, my dad got pulled over there. He pulled up. You know, my dad was pissed. He was pissed. Like he's been working New York like in a police department set up for years. So he had his badge on him. He pulled up. He's like, yo, I'm gonna take y'all to the embassy. What the f y'all doing? Because they was working for him. So he ended up bailing them out. By the time I touched the States, they was home. You feel me? But I did know like the injustice is crazy. It is real. But if you're legal, they don't bother you. Like they're not gonna bother you. They want to check if you're legal. If you're legal, I lie to you not. They leave you alone. It's just the illegals. They treat them nasty. Like it's disgusting how they treat them. Because they was really dragging. When I say dragging Shorty out the car by her legs, and I'm sitting here like, damn. But on the other side, I'm standing there and I'm like, I feel safe though. Like I feel like they're not here to fuck with me. It sucks what's happening to them, but they're not fucking with me. But in the States, I would have felt. In the States, I would have thought we was gonna die. I ain't gonna lie. The same thing happened in the States. I would have thought.
DR, there is like a legal alien type situation because a lot of the Asians do cross the border. Know what I mean? So that is a kind of issue on their end. Know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Now my next question for you would be okay, why you think dudes that have to pay child support get a negative stigma attached to them, like calling them deadbeats and stuff like that? Talk to me.
That's the way the system is set up for it to look like. You feel me? Like they don't really like as you can see, people don't like my takes or whatever gets clipped. They don't like it. If you listen to the whole episode, you won't have a problem. We don't have supporters for no reason. They're not crazy. They just understand like the full take. It's much easier to call a dude a deadbeat if he's paying child support because it's like he's not there. It's like, oh, you got to pay child support. Why you couldn't stay with your family? But the whole deadbeat thing, I think more so comes from the fact that he's not with the woman versus him actually being a deadbeat. And it's like the woman manages the child's time. If she happens to be a little bitter, bro, you're not going to get the time you need or the time you want. So you end up kind of, being like, well, you got the child support. Do what you want with it. That's what you wanted so bad, right? You didn't want me. You wanted the child support. You got the child support. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't nothing. You getting it every month. So it's just the society we in right now and the way things are pivoting, like the way women are kind of fighting back for a fight they never really had. It's making it worse than it was. But that's really to me why the stigma's there as a guy that has to pay child support as a deadbeat. It's rough, but it's really because of how society's set up.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, man. I mean, look at Tyrese. They forcing him to pay 70 grand a month. And the crazy part about it is, right, the judge upped the child support on him because he was paying in Cali. He got a kid in Cali right now, right? He dropped like 10 bands, right? A month for that child in Cali. But his lawyer finagled a bagel for him in the state he in now, right? Which is Georgia, to pay 2 bands a month. So the judge was like, yo, nah, we need to raise his joint. to up to 10 bands. So that's why he got locked up for the whole situation. It's not that
That's
he wasn't
insane.
paying child support. It was just that the judge upped the joint on him at the last minute, which
And
is
that's
not
sad.
cool.
Look
Yeah.
at the position they put him in. Like, and we talking about Tyrese, who we literally seen crying about wanting to see his kid and all that. So it's like, that's why my stance be so strong, where it's like, yo, like, y'all love deadbeats for real. Like, if we really being honest, the real deadbeats don't be on child support, man. They love deadbeats, yo. They love deadbeats. On my soul, they love deadbeats.
Yo, hold on, yo. We gotta expound on that. Why do you think the dirt bag, the sleaze bag get better treatment than the honest, hardworking, paying dude? Like, why is it like that?
Because respectfully, that's who the women want. They don't want the women have never wanted the Russell Wilson thing. Like, when I call him corny and all that, like, women have never wanted the corny square on his, you know what I'm saying, getting good grades guy. Like, we gotta, like, I hate when they front, like, bro, we have so many years of experience watching y'all choose the wrong dudes. And then when you get older and realize you made a mistake, instead of taking the accountability that, well, we didn't want them before, but we want them now, because men are gonna hold that against you. Be like, oh, y'all bad decision makers. They kind of like double down. Nah, we deserve this. We deserve. What the hell are you talking about? Who hurt you? Because it wasn't us. You feel me? Like, they treat it as if, I look at it like it's three different groups in this man-woman. It's the square dude and then the woman. The deadbeats do all this wild stuff, bro. All this wild stuff. The square dude gets blamed for all of it. Because that's who's staying, that's who wants to be around a kid, that's who's playing stepdaddy, that's who's doing all that. It ain't no deadbeats doing that. So it's like, when they sit here talking to a group of men, and most of these men are like in monogamous relationships, so that's what they're looking for, that's what they aspire for. And it's like, damn, shorty, like, you making even this difficult for me. And I ain't even the type to do this to you. It's because women are not used to having a mirror in front of them. Women like men being the bad guy all the time. And when you're a dude that cannot be the bad guy, you end up becoming a mirror, and she sees how much of a terrible person she is. And that's not cool for them. They lose it. They're gonna villainize you. They're gonna be in their mind. It's like, oh, you think you perfect, huh? You think you this good person, and subconsciously they try to break you down from that moment moving forward. From that moment moving forward, they try to break you down simply because they're not used to being the bad guy. They have to be with someone worse than them to feel good about who they are. But when they end up finding that good dude, Lord have mercy, that young man goes through hell. They go through hell. And it's like, you wonder why, because don't y'all want good dudes? Isn't that what y'all want? And then you realize, no, it's not what they want. They like the bad boys, bro. Always have.
I totally agree with you on that, man. Wicked women like wicked men. You heard?
It's a fact.
Yo, okay, I got a question. I got another question for you, right? Like, what advice would you give to a young man, right, that wants to play cleanup? And do you think it's a wise decision for him to, become a stepdaddy and all that? Talk to me.
All right. So, full disclosure, I'm a stepfather. So, but I'm a stepfather in the sense of, I don't look at him as my stepson. That's my son. So when somebody asks me how many kids I got, I always say 4. You feel me? Like 3 that came from me and 1 that, you know what I'm saying, I took, because that's my son. You feel me? Like, he acts like me, like everything he does, I put him in. I'm responsible for the sports. I do this, I do that. But I took that responsibility on myself because I felt like I can handle it. Now, if I'm giving advice to a young man, virtually me giving advice to my 16-year-old son, I say, don't you dare become a stepfather. Don't do it. And the reason why I'm telling you don't do it, it's easy for me to tell you don't do it, and you probably should listen because I am one. I wouldn't listen to a dude who's not a stepfather tell you not to be one. He don't know the goods, the bads, the ins, the outs. He doesn't know. I know. What I'm telling you is I got lucky. I got lucky. I maneuvered it a certain kind of way, and it became beautiful. When I go out with my kids, you don't know any of them ain't mine. On the contrary, me and him got an inside joke. When me and him go somewhere, you'll see a woman that's trying to call me cute. They'll look at him and be like, "Oh, you look just like your daddy. You cute." And I'm like, "Ah." He'll look at them. I'll look at them, and I'll look at him, and we both like, "Yeah, she's a moron." But cool. All right, cool. Thank you, lady. All right, cool. You flirting. Relax, though. But as far as me giving advice to a young man, do not go do the stepdaddy thing, because I got lucky with the woman I got with. She had the right mentality. It wasn't much of a struggle. Me and the kid connected to such a degree that, you can't tell he's not my kid. You don't know that. You wouldn't know that by just seeing me and him interact. But nowadays, the women that are coming up now and the situations that are coming up now, I would tell a man to run for the hills. Run for the hills. Do not do it, because the mountain of nonsense you're gonna have to deal with. Let's just lay some of it out. Scenario one, let's say the dad's not involved, right? But the family of the dad is. Bro, you ain't got no say so for real. You ain't really got no, you can't discipline that kid at all. Like, nothing. If you would beat your kids, you can't beat this one. If you would yell at your kids, you can't yell at this one. So now if you get a kid who already has he has the ability in him to be like bad or be mouthy or be disrespectful, you got a fight on your hands. And you can't do nothing about it because everybody's going to tell you you're wrong while he's the one wilding. That's the first scenario. Second scenario, you might run into a situation where the baby dad is mad involved because that's his son and he wants his son to be in sports and his son is, you know what I'm saying? Then you just become a nigga that live in the crib. There's no connection being built. There's no bond for real. Like, there's none of that. And I'm an example of that because my stepdad, I got a stepdad. My stepdad, I was older when he came around. Like, my mom didn't date in front of her kids until we was way older. So I'm like 15, 16 and my mom started dating. So when he came around, like I knew my dad already. Like, it wasn't really like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really take to the guy. So I'm older now. I'm 35. I'm older now. I got love for him. But respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a guy. Like, he's just a guy. I got love for him because, we've been around him, but he's just a guy. So you'll end up with a situation where the dad is involved and the kid was too old and you just become a guy. And it's never like a full sense of family. You feel me? And if that's what you're looking for as a young man, like so many of the young men that I speak to that are looking for monogamy, or they see me and my fiance and they're like, yo, how did you, you know what I'm saying? I tell them, bro, it's a vetting thing, it's a teaching thing, and it's a willingness to learn thing. Again, my curve was different because there was a child involved. I had to learn both of them. I had to be there for both of them. It was stressful. I've never done shit like that before. You feel me? I'm 25, 26. I've never been a parent, but she's been a parent at that point for 6, 7 years. So even in that, it's like I had to learn that. And then when it was my time to be a first-time father, she helped me through that. You feel me? Because she already went through it. So there's some benefits, but out the gate, I'm not telling no young man go chase a woman with a child, bro. And I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, because I wouldn't tell my son that. I tell my son, don't do it. Start your own family. I tell him, make sure you vet the mother, vet the father, meet her family. Like, those things to me are important. They're crucial because the relationship won't even get off the ground if you don't check these things. You feel me? So nah, I would never in 1,000 years suggest or even tell a young man, hey, go be a stepdad, bro. It's fun. I'm having fun, but you probably won't. It ain't like that.
My bad. Now, it's like this, right? It's okay. What you just dropped the gem, man, and the this next question I got, right? Like, what would you tell a young man on how to vet a chick before he lock it down? Because you know these court systems don't show us no type of love out here, man. So
That's a
tell
fact.
them how to avoid on getting caught up in the court system through child support or getting caught up in a divorce, a nasty divorce.
So, all right. So the nasty truth of all that is the moment you step outside and you step on that ledge, bro, you take a risk of falling off. So if you're not ready to take that risk, you already lost, bro. You out the game. Like you're out the game. That's the first thing. So the second thing, because we men at the end of the day, and mistakes are gonna be made. It's either you learn from them, you let them shits destroy you. So that's the first thing. If you have that mindset ready, then you can enter this part. Now, when you vet in a woman for real, you have to see what her relationship with her father is like. If she's praising that man, if she's saying how hard that man worked, or he did this, he did that, or I love my dad, chances are you're dealing with a good one. But the other side of that quarter is you got to live up to who he was, if not more, which is another challenge in itself. I would say if Shorty has a good relationship with her dad and a decent relationship with her mom, if she has a good relationship with both, grab her. Take her immediately, because that's not easy to find. If she has a bad relationship with dad and a good relationship with mom, run, 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 run. Don't even mess with it. Don't mess with it, because that, and maybe it's not all cases, but situations where mom is like the go-to and mom's single, nah, you don't want that. You don't want that at all, because that's not who she wants for her baby. So run. Situations where she has a bad relationship with both parents, again, run again, because you don't want nothing to do with that. But if she has a bad relationship with her mom and a good one with her dad, you need to be prepared for a woman who's not as nurturing, or as, I want to say, she's not as feminine or submissive initially as you'd like her to be. She'll respect you as a man, but the things her mom would have taught her in the sense of being submissive, cooking for your man, she has to be willing to learn all that with you. You feel me? That's another thing is, fellas, stop having unprotected sex with these women if you do not plan on making her your wife or mother. I don't even think dudes should be having unprotected sex unless you're married. I don't think you should have kids unless you're married. It's just, we like, that's the biggest problem for us as men. Yo, hey, bro, sex feels good, bro. It is what it is. I'm not about to sit here and act like it don't. Like, I'm not, listen, bro, I'm not about to sit here and act like it don't. I know what it feels like. I have it. So it's like, I get it, but it can't feel so good that we're ruining our futures because of it. Just because she a baddie, you feel me? It doesn't mean, yo, I'm a slide in this one raw. You feel me? That keep it protected, keep it safe, keep it kid free until you see that she's fit to be your wife. Then you make her a mother. Because what's ending up happening is, the problem is what's going on Instagram right now, social media. The women are selling sex. Every picture is a Photoshop, nice body picture. So when you seeing it, yeah, you care about her personality and all that, but that ass fat though. You feel me? Like, I'm saying I need that. So the first thing you go for is more of a lust than I like you situation. But I don't really know you, because all we doing is fucking and hanging out. But we haven't dealt with nothing serious, nothing major, nothing like, we're not even talking for it. We just fucking, maybe smoking if that's what you do, going to party. Like, there's no real conversations happening. There's no real scenarios kicking where you know who Shorty is. Just because you fucked her don't mean you know her. How many bodies people done got and they have no clue who this person is? Sometimes you don't even remember their names. And that's part of the problem. Like, we don't put the emphasis on how important sex actually is. Like, sex is just a You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's just do it. And now they got this new thing. I'm out the dating scene, so I don't know. But I just heard about it. Oh, I got to see that my chart, daddy. What? You got to see the what? The my chart. So we can have unprotected sex? Like, so instead of understanding like, yo, this can equal a child, you asking for the my chart for diseases only because you ain't thinking about no kid. Because I'm not gonna say the word, you know what I'm saying? How do I say it for YouTube safety? The ejecting of a kid out, you know what I'm saying, out of the woman type, you know what I'm saying? Getting that out of a woman is one of the most traumatizing things a woman could go through, no matter how many she had, no matter how many times she told you she's done it, bro, it's traumatizing every time. I've been to one of those clinics where I've watched girls go in there and come out crying. I've seen the women outside picketing, telling you save the baby. And if your mind is like, yo, I want to get rid of this, and somebody's outside telling you, yo, you're a murderer. You're a murderer. Like, you got to understand what that's doing to a woman mentally. But that's happening because both parties are being irresponsible. As a woman, protect yourself. Don't let that man enter you without no condom. And as a man, be smarter, brother. Like, why would you even put your seeds anywhere where it can't grow? It can't blossom. That's insane to me. You feel me?
But yo, hold on. Like, there's some dudes out there is real cold with it, man. They don't care if they knock up the chick. Now, I
They
mean,
don't care.
I got a homeboy right now. That's how he moves. Yo, he like, yo, I don't care, man. That's on her. You know what I'm saying?
Because
So
the
it's like,
reality of the situation is it is on her. But they don't want that accountability fully. So because whenever if I sit on that podcast and I say, yo, it's on her to stop him from No, it's not. You need to be more responsible as a man. Man, miss, you don't understand. There's dudes like your man, they don't care. You're talking to a logical nigga who won't do that. And you're asking me to defend the mindset of a monster who will. I can't defend him. I'm telling you how to protect yourself from him. I'm not telling you because you're the bad person. I'm telling you because it ends up affecting you worse than him. Yo, there's dudes out here with kids, ain't seen them in 10 plus years and don't give a bro, they don't care. Some dudes don't even know. Some dudes don't even know. And again, I'm not bailing women out because women get wicked. Women are wicked. They get really wicked. But in this scenario, where there's a child involved and all that, yo, your best bet to make sure, fellas, your best bet to make sure that you don't have, you feel me? Hold on a second. Yo, oh, that's the okay, yeah, UPS coming, they barking. Your best bet to make sure that you don't end up in a situation where you got to play child support games and somebody getting rid of your kid and all. Bro, just protect yourself out the gate. Make sure Plan B's is on deck. And I would even suggest that. Yeah, my fault. UPS probably want me to sign for something. I don't know what's going on. I ain't even ordered nothing. I don't know what's going on. But they like your best bet, protect yourself, bro, because at the end of the day, you have to see that the women are selling this to you. They selling you sex. They selling you all this freaky stuff. They selling it, and then when that's what you end up just wanting from her, and then the kid pop up, everybody's lost. Like, I don't know how I got here. There's no statement I hate more than a man or a woman saying, "I don't know, man. It just happened or whatever." I hate that because it didn't just happen, bro. You know how many steps it took to get to the point where a kid is involved? If you tell me you don't know how it happened, you just sound irresponsible, man or woman. It don't matter. You just sound irresponsible. And what it is we're dealing with a lot of irresponsible people who just don't care. But now these irresponsible people on the internet, because when I say something about baby moms, single mothers, they get offended because that's them. Because you was irresponsible. Because you did the dumb shit. Or when I say the clip that put us over the edge, when I say the thought process of a deadbeat, all the men, oh, I don't think like that, bro. What if the shoe don't fit? What the hell? Why are you talking to me? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Nah, I think you're right, man. People aren't holding themselves accountable on a
at
certain
all.
moves when they copulating with their counterpart or whatever. So it's like this, right? Like do you think social media promotes single motherhood too much, man? And if so, like why you think they promoting it like that?
I think I think social media definitely promotes single motherhood because again, when you see it on social media, they only show you the cool parts. You dressing the kid up, making them look fly. You and your daughter going places. You and your son, you call him a king and got him in some Jordans. It's cute. Like it looks nice. You feel me? And on the contrary, it's like when you sell, when you're on social media and the only thing you're showing is your body. I mean, what else do you think dudes are gonna use you for? You feel me? Like that part to me is like missing to me too. Like that's what dudes are gonna use you for. But the promotion of like single motherhood that's been going on since the 70s for real. Like when they took the fathers out the home, all we seeing right now is the digital version of that. You feel me? Like it's the same thing. It's just growing with the times. So before where they was taking fathers out the homes with drugs and getting rid of factory work in the towns and all that, and then giving moms WIC and giving moms, you know, EBT and all that just to make sure, hey, you don't need this, man. You got this. You feel me? You got this. And then misery loves company. So one miserable woman turns into two miserable women who turns into three, four, five, and they just a collective. And it's like, girl, you don't need it. You don't need him. You can raise this kid by yourself. I think people who say that are insane. It's not that you can't. But why would you want to? Why would you even want to put your kid in a position like that? You feel me? And I heard a take the other day. It was like, oh, it's selfish to want to raise your kid. The internet's crazy. It's selfish to want to raise your kid and give your kids the things you didn't have. You just want to heal your childhood. No, I just don't want to make sure my kid doesn't struggle. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? I want kids. I want kids because I want to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted, I didn't have a miserable childhood. My childhood was lit. But I've always had like this energy, like, damn, I can't wait to be a dad, because I think it's cool to see generations and, the image for me is it's a beautiful, I love Thanksgiving, bro. I love when the family gets together. I'm excited for my wedding in 40 days. You feel me? Like, I like togetherness. I like community. That's what I like. So why wouldn't I aim for that? You feel me? Like, it ain't me having kids to heal, childhood traumas. It's me having kids because that's for abundance. I just want to see life. Like, you created life. You know how special that is? That shit is special, brother. Like, people treat it like it's nothing. And that's why shit's so bad. Like, that's why we can't agree. We always going back and forth. Women treat sex like it's nothing. Men treat women's bodies like it's nothing. And then both of them idiots treat the kids like it's nothing. Because if you were smart, you wouldn't have a kid with somebody who either is unfit to be a mom or a deadbeat dad. Even on both sides. I blame both sides, but you know what sells. Like if the women hear me talking filthy about them, that's when they come running to call me all types of, calling me a deadbeat when I am a full-time dad is insane. Like, it's insane, but I love it. That's why I don't get offended. It's hilarious.
I think women use that word way too much, man. Know what I mean?
Loose too.
And
Loose.
they take it lightly on how they disparage a man's character, man. Especially when the man's doing the right thing. That I despise a lot, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of women, they use their kids as pawns, man, to scheme on a nigga to, either to get him back in a relationship or to finesse some more bread out of him, just out of spite. You know what I mean? And I think that's just wicked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have examples of that all over.
Yeah, what is wrong? Now, are you familiar with the red pill community? What's your thoughts on the purple pill? Like, talk to me, man.
What's the purple? Explain to me what the purple pill is.
You got okay. You got this. Okay, and within the red pill community, there's a set of group of men that take take the title of MGTOW, which is acronym for men going their own way.
Yeah.
And that set of group believes not to deal with women at all at a workplace or whatever. Now you got dudes like me and dudes that's dating women. They take the purple pill because they open on still dealing with women, but they hold on to the red pill ideology. Know what I mean, now, what's your thoughts on
Okay.
that purple pill?
Okay. All right. So my problem, now that I understand what it is, my only problem with the purple pill is it's kind of weird because it's like, so the purple pill is like where the women are saying like, y'all men really hate women, because if the thought process is red pill but you're still open to being around the women, because the red pill dudes seem like they hate the fuck out of women, they hate women. And I know purple pill dudes, maybe okay, purple pill dudes, I'm guessing they understand the ideology but they still love women. All right, okay, I'm not mad at that, but I just don't think red pill, I don't think any of the pills are real life. Because if you sit down and listen to, in my opinion, who the kings of the red pill are, the fresh and fit guys, if you sit down and listen to them, I think you're insane. Don't get me wrong, what they're saying to a degree, to a certain subset of women is 100% correct. Right. But I live in the real world where we don't deal with women the way they deal with women. No disrespect to them, but you could tell they wasn't dudes that was pulling them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a disrespect thing. Like that's just how it was. You feel me? At a certain point in my life, I wasn't pulling them either. When I was a kid, I was fat, black, and ugly. I'm saying like all that. Like we all went through a phase where we wasn't pulling them. But you see, like middle school happens, and in high school, when you start to blossom, now if you ain't pulling them in high school, you get their mentality. Or if it was difficult for you, if you wasn't the cool guy or wasn't the best guy in sports, whatever, if you wasn't that, you get their mentality. But then there's a whole other group of dudes who we've been dealing with women for years. Everything that they're saying, we know to be true, but there's an aspect of it that's always missing from them because of what they went through that we don't have missing. We know how to deal with women because we've been dealing with women. Y'all know how to deal with women because it's transactional. There's dudes out here who have never had to pay a dime to be with a woman. There's women that were willing to travel across states to come be with dudes. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they're missing that element of being him, being that nigga to a certain, type of woman that they like. They were losers. Honest, I don't want to talk about them like that because it's not. I like those guys. Like, but you got to call a spade a spade. They were kind of like they were ducks. They were losers. Like, not even corny. They were just losers. So it's like girls don't like losers. They never did. I was on a football team. I was on the track team. I was on the wrestling. I was active. Dudes that was doing stuff like that, they were getting girls. We never. It wasn't no women hate men and da 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 da. Yes, I agree with Kevin Samuels. You feel me? The godfather of it all. I agree with Kevin Samuels. I agree with him when it comes to, men not having a space to talk about what we go through and how women do hypergamy and how women love high value men, but they're not fit for the high value man and all that. I agreed with all of that. And I thought that's where if the fresh and fit guys and the other guys in that space kept it to where Kevin was at, because Kevin wanted to see people together. That's the biggest problem I have with red pill and maybe even purple pill, if that's where it leans. I don't know how together you want to see people, because the red pill rhetoric is insane. Telling do you know how difficult it is to handle more than one woman at a time unless you're polygamous? Bro, what do you act like? I could tell dudes don't know women. Why would you want multiple women, again, unless you're polygamous, because polygamy is different. It's a different dynamic, which is very understandable. But when you got this money and you got the options and you could talk to multiple women, do you understand how much of a headache that shit is? Like honestly, picture the main one you rocking with who needs this from you, needs that from you, needs time from you. And after you get a break from her, you run into another one who needs time from you, needs break. Bro, where's the time for you? Where's your time? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. You can run around, you can fuck multiple, bro. No, bro, it's that shit's true blue. It's exhausting. You don't actually want that. Do you want a threesome with two girls? You know what I'm saying? Eating yourself? Yeah, you want that, but you don't actually want what it really
You know, we
entails.
was all young bunch because of the
Yeah,
testosterone. As a young man, yeah, we tend to overindulge with the
that's a
females. You know
fact.
what I mean?
That's a
But when
fact.
you get towards our age, man, you know you mellowed out. You know what I mean? You know you ready to kind of like settle down or whatever.
Chill, just chill.
Especially if
Yeah,
your money right, you got a crib. You know what I mean? Whips and all that. It's a natural thing for a man to want to share that with a female. Know what I mean?
right,
So yeah,
right.
you are right. You know what I mean? It's not wise to, sleep around like that. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a spiritual repercussion that comes with that and a
Hey,
physical. You know what I mean?
hey, you a Zoe, so you know, like it ain't fun. Like the things that can happen to you spiritually, that's a whole nother topic. Like we can go for hours on that one. Like that's a whole nother world when it comes to the things that can happen to you spiritually, sleeping around with all these women. And again, I'm not saying don't sow your oats, bro. We all been there. Like when you got to the point, and I know you would remember when you got to the point where you stood up one day and you realized, yo, I get bitches. Like, whoa. It's a shock. The first day you realize it, it's like, oh shit, okay. I've been with 3 chicks this week. I've been with 4 chicks this week. 5. No, I'm racking it up. When you realize that it's like, okay, cool, this is who I am now. But to keep that and sustain that, bro, something's missing. You need to go do some healing for real because nobody actually needs that. You feel me? Like nobody needs multiple women. Again, unless you're polygamous, because that's a whole different system, which I think is cool. You feel me? I think it's a cool system. But a monogamous person, you don't need that, bro. Like, so the dude's telling them, oh, you need at least 50 bodies before 100 bodies before you this or before you that. Bro, who the hell you really need? You think you need that, bro? Like, you think you need that for real? For real, bro. We like, I don't know. I don't know. Because ain't no way all 50 bodies was good. Ain't no way you had fun with every single one. You feel me? I'd rather have, and especially even at my peak, I had one or two that knew me enough that every time you know what I'm saying? It was amazing. I'd rather have the amazing experiences than keep having to learn a new woman or try to put her through a wall or, you know what I'm saying, destroy shorty because, yeah, that's it. Yo, and again, I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm not saying there's some dudes that don't enjoy it. Some dudes enjoy it, but those dudes probably don't want to settle down. I'm really talking for the dudes that are confused because they know they want a monogamous relationship, but red pills are saying women bad, stay away, fuck multiple women. Purple pill is saying, yeah, they bad, but I like them. And then the other side is feminized and saying the weirdest shit. But I don't rock with them at all. I don't rock with them at all whatsoever. That feminist shit is out the window for me. Y'all gotta be able to get challenged on every front. Like every one of those groups has to be able to get challenged. Like Purple Pill, I would ask Purple Pill guys, why you sitting on the fence? Why you can't make a decision? You feel me? I ask the feminist dudes, do you even care about what you got between your legs, brother? Like you wish it was the other thing because you acting weird. And then I tell the red pill dudes, why don't y'all just date men? Because what the hell is up with y'all?
Yo, hold on. One thing I don't understand, I don't know how a dude could be a male feminist, man. Like, to me, that's just confusion right there. What's your
Man,
thoughts on a dude that proclaims to be a feminist? Talk to me.
man, I think that dude is trying to find a way to the box because every other way he tried ain't working. And he's like, damn, I'm not cool enough to stand on my own and do this. So what if I agree with all the women and say all men are bad? Somebody has to fuck me. They have to. You feel me? That's how I look at it because there's no way you're a man and you're a feminist. Like, yes, women go through, we're not equal at all. We're not equal. There's things that women go through that we'll never understand. And the analogy I like is I like thinking like a woman to me is a fish, right? And a man is a monkey. And no matter how much you try to tell the fish that things are bigger than what they see here, they're not going to understand that because they're in the water, they're stuck in the water. But as a monkey, you can dip your head into that water and see how deep it is for them. It gets deep, and when I say deep, for women, they got to have kids, they bleed once a month, the emotional spectrum that they go through. It's a lot that they go through. So imagine having to worry about an ocean, then trying to understand a jungle. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense either way. And a woman being a fish, she can't get out the water. But as a monkey, I can jump in the water and see that it's deep. I can't feel how deep it is, but I can see it. With the woman, she only sees what she can see from her perspective. But it doesn't mean what she got going on ain't deep. You feel me? Like, it's very deep. It's very deep. And you can, as a man, a real man who's the king of the jungle, can stick his head in the water with his eyes open and see, damn, there's some places that, yo, if she goes down there, I can't go down there with her. I can only go but so far because the things that are down there are what only women deal with. The same way she can't be up in the trees swinging and eating bananas, I can't be that deep drowning. I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's weird for men to try to drag women out the water because the water is them being feminine. That's what it is. And I think it's weird for a dude to get his scuba gear and try to dive deep in the waters because that's feminine as hell. Stay in the trees, stay on land, stay masculine, but understand what they got going on. And for women, stay feminine. I want to give you that, like, the vision of a woman who says she's in her masculine, flopping on the beach as a fish on the shoreline, tapping the tail on the water, getting a little water from the gills, and then flopping on the sand. I'm in my masculine. I can't wait till somebody puts me back in the water. Shut up, stupid. Get in the water. Go swim for real. Go be you. Now I'm in my masculine. All right, cool. You're gonna drown. You're gonna run out of. Listen, you're gonna die out here. I'm not drowning. You're gonna die. Feminist men are drowning because they running out of oxygen soon. Them masculine women on land flopping, looking stupid.
Yo, honestly, everything you just said is like a total fact, man. Like, I definitely think dudes that proclaim to be a feminist, they're trying to get to the box, man. It's that simple, man.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? That's their strategy. You know what I mean? My next question for you would be, yo, what is it? Okay, what, why do you think most females have a glutton for attention, man? Like a real glutton for that.
Hmm. I mean, the only thing I could say is like how they were raised. If you were, I think attention is currency for females, and we talked about them being in the water. That's part of their world. You feel me? Where a man is like, yo, I don't get that, but that's currency. That's how they work. It's like they want people to see them. Why specifically? I couldn't tell you. I don't know, but Instagram shows you that women there's women think they're famous because they have a bunch of followers. Like we just hit 20,000, right? The 20,000 we got are not there because we're selling sex. You're not famous because 20,000 people follow you, but you're attractive and you're showing your body. It just means 20,000 people want to fuck, or 5,000 of those 20 that are women want to look like you. So it ain't, or they want to find something to hate on. It's not that, oh my God, like you're this influencer, you're changing the world. Nah, you're just sought after. And all these people think because they have access to you through social media that, yo, maybe it could be my lucky day. I could send a DM and she might answer. It never works, but it works for some people, but not for everybody. Like, it doesn't work enough for me to feel like dudes should do it. But that's just how women operate, like on the spectrum of attention. Like, attention is just important because that's why they do what they do. How many times have you told a woman you don't like makeup or you like it natural? The BBL thing, right? BBLs. I've been against BBLs from conception. Again, you work at these choppy bars, right? So We live in Jersey, bro. The choppy bar shit is lit out here. So we've been seeing these bodies for the better part of 10 plus years. Right or wrong, Rush? Right. Right. So, all right, cool. Copy.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. Nah, that's been the way for the past 10 years. You right.
So if I'm sitting in front of a bunch of women and I'm like, yo, dudes ain't really into the BBL thing. Oh, you're lying. When they're on Instagram, all you do is like the picture and you follow these bitches and you're just sitting here like, yo, it's a follow. Why? Look how much emphasis you put on a follow. Shorty, you feel me? Trying to cut or something like it's a follow, it's a like. Oh, it looks nice. Bro, we've been around that for the better part of 10 years. I can tell you one thing for sure. None of them in committed relationships. They all get used and dumped. How many of them came in with the fire bodies? You feel me? Dudes came in, bought them a couple drinks, then took them out on Saturday. They came back to work a couple of times. Next thing you know, you find out she's pregnant. She's pregnant. She has the kid. While she's having the kid, the same dude comes to the same bar and starts talking to another chick. The BBL don't keep no man. It's nice to look at. It's great. It looks awesome. But that doesn't mean we really like it. That doesn't mean we want to take that home to meet mom.
But you know that BBL only attracts one certain type of male. Know what I mean? Like it's not gonna give you that ideal male. Know what I mean? So it's like when you because you know attention is the new drug now. Attention to a female is more important than us having like character and even being successful.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like they need that attention, fam. And it's like, yo, it's crazy, man. That's why I say, man, you can't wife up a chick that got a BBL, man. Y'all be word is born because she's not gonna stick with you, man. She needs that attention, man. Know what I mean? The moment you start looking at her or sweating her, she gonna holler at the, you know what I mean? At the next sucker. You know what I mean? Word is born.
Because she didn't get that BBL for you.
Yeah, that's a fact. She get it for the she got it so she could get that attention, you know what I mean?
But you see how they trying to flip it now. Now that all the women are trying to take the BBLs out, I've been preaching, hey, men don't really like the BBLs. They like natural. I've been preaching that for years. Nobody believed me. Now all the women are starting to believe it and they're starting to take it out. And they're blaming men for the BBL. And I'm like, yo, I can't, like, the fact that they're blaming men for BBLs is crazy. There's only one, I ain't gonna say too much, because we're still on YouTube. There's only one group of men you could blame for BBLs, and that's the men that go and get BBLs. You know what I'm saying? We can leave that there. But they saw them doing it and saw them turning into, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, wait a second, how does he have a bigger butt than me? I'm a woman. Like, this doesn't make sense. So if they did it, because with all due respect, those are the people that control how this culture moves. Women buy records, women do this, women do that. Women control how the culture moves. If women don't, remember when women like tight pants? Remember that? They used to love tight pants. Now they hate it. Now you wear tight pants and they call you something. You feel me? They call you a name. I ain't gonna say it, but now they like the bell-bottomy jeans. Now it's back to how we was dressing in the 2000s with the baggy jeans and the big shirts, and it. So that's what y'all like now. It's like it changes all the time. That's why it's better to just do what you do. Do what you do, wear what you like, because I'll be damned if a woman sits in front of me and blames men for BBLs when your whole premise is to get attention, because that's how they pay you. They pay you in attention, and you love it. You love it. So don't blame men. Like you can't blame men for the attention you seeking because they gave it to you. They gave you what you was looking for. How you gonna blame them?
Yo, that's crazy, man. But this be my last question, man. Yo, Street Fighter or Tekken, man. Talk to me, man.
You said Street Fighter or Tekken? Street Fighter, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Street Fighter.
You got good
Street
taste,
Fighter.
man. I'm Street Fighter all the
Street
way,
Fighter.
man.
Always,
Who your go-to character on Street Fighter, man?
All right, so back in the day, you go with the Ryus and Kens, and then I don't remember. I think it was like Street Fighter Third Strike. They had like a black dude named Sean with the yellow gi. You know what I'm saying? Sean was my guy, bro. Like that was my guy. But they took him out the games. Later games, I went back to Ken, and I started. Later after that, I was messing with Akuma a little bit. But I'm really with those guys. Them based off of the, you know what I'm saying? I even mess with Sakura a little bit. If they can do a Hadouken or one of them little spinning kicks, I'm probably gonna rock with them.
Yo, thank you so much for coming through, man. I appreciate
you for having me, Rush.
Had the opportunity to interview you, man. And yo, man, I appreciate you, man. Yo, definitely keep in touch, man.
For sure.
I mean,
for sure. We're gonna spin it.
Yeah, I mean, this interview is officially over. Seek wisdom, practice humility, and always remain sucker free. You heard? I'm out. One.